Dear students, today we are going to learn about 8051 architecture. So 8051 architecture, it's also called block diagram. So before going into the block diagram or the architecture of 8051 microcontroller, what is 8051? 8051 is MUP or a MUC, that is a microprocessor or a microcontroller. Yes, 8051 is a microcontroller. So what is the difference between a microprocessor and a microcontroller? A microprocessor means it's just a processor. Microcontroller means we have a processor plus the memory plus the IO devices. So all these components are incorporated in a single chip. That is, make the device more compact. So we have the processor, the memory, the IO ports, etc. are in a single chip. So the system becomes more compact and it will be useful for small appliances like remote controls, etc. So this is the block diagram of 8051 microcontroller. So usually this comes as an essay question that you need to draw the whole block of the 8051 microcontroller and you need to explain at least 2 or 3 sentences of each block that is mentioned in this architecture. So the architecture, we said the architecture is mainly divided into 3 parts. That is, here you have the processor plus the memory. This is the memory space and this is the ports, that is IO ports are there. So this is the general architecture or the block diagram of the microcontroller. And first one, we will go with the processor. So processor, the function of the processor is to process the operation, or to execute the instruction. So we already said in the first module that in a processor we have the execution unit and the control unit. So the execution unit contains the ALU and the control unit we will get as a unit to generate different control signals, etc. So first the processor here, the 8051 is an 8-bit microcontroller. So the ALU of the 8051 is 8-bit. So we have an 8-bit ALU here, and it performs 8-bit arithmetic and logical operations, and it has many other components that's shown here. So the ALU means arithmetic and logic unit. It performs arithmetic and logic operations. It can also perform some bit operations also. So for example, some of the arithmetic operations that we are doing in an 8051 microcontroller is that an example of an instruction, that is add a comma R0. So here add is the opcode and A and R0 are the operands. Opcode means the operation code. So whatever the operation that we are performing that has a code, that is called the opcode. Add, addition is the operation that we are performing. So add is the opcode for, that is operation code for addition operation. For subtraction we have SUB, for multiplication MUL, for division we have DIV. So every operation we are written in a coded form, that is opcode, meaning of the opcode. So opcode, and we need the operand. Operand means the data on which we are performing the operation. So the data may be stored in some memory location, or maybe it may be stored in registers, etc. So here in this example, the operands are stored in registers. So we have 2 registers here, the register A and the register R0. So the operands are stored in register A and register R0. So register A, most of the ALU operation, the first operand will be stored in register A, and the second operand will be stored in some other registers, and the operation will be performed. Here the addition operation, that means we are performing A plus R0. We have 2 registers here, that is this, for example, this is register register A. Here another register, that is register R0. So the name of this register, this is register A, and this is register R0. This is register A and this is register R0. So say that register A contains some value that is 2 and register R0 is also contains some value that is 3. So by doing this operation, we are performing 2 plus 3 at A comma R0 means the content of register A and content of register R0 get added and the result will be stored in register A. So the content of register A content of register A is changed to that is 5. 2 plus 3 that is 5. So 2 plus 3 you get the answer 5 and the result is stored in register A. So for every ALU operation the result will be stored in register A. So we can write another an example that is A N L A comma R. So this is another operation which logically ANDs. ANL is an opcode for logical AND operation. Logical AND the content of register A and register R0 and the result will be stored in register A. So another one example for instruction that is CPL P0.0. So this is another instruction that is CPL is the opcode for complement instruction. Complement means if the previous value is 0, when it is complemented, it changes to 1. And if the previous value is 1, when we complement it, that value changes to 0. So that is, if previous value is 0, it changes to 1. If previous value is 1, it changes to 0. That is the complement instruction. And P0.0, that means the port 0. So we already discussed that 8051 has 4 ports, that is port 0, port 1, port 2 and port 3. So P0 means it indicates port 0. So P0 means port 0, P1 is port 1, P2 is port 2 and P3 that means that is port 3. So 4 ports are there, P0 to P3. So P0 means it indicates the port 0. So each port has 8 bit, all the ports are 8 bit port. So each port has 8 bits. So the bits are indicated by dot 0 to dot 7. So we have in port 0, we will be having P0.0 to P0.7. So P0.0 to P0.7 are the port pins of port 0. So likewise, we have port 1 will be having P1.0 to P1.7, port 2 will be having P2.0 to P2.7 and port 3 will be having P3.0 to P3.7. These are the port pins of port pins. So we can the port pins, when we discussed about the pin or the signals, we said that the port pins are bit addressable. So individual bits of each port can be accessed. So the individual bit is selected in this manner. The P0.0 means the first pin of port 0. If it is P3.3, so you can say that if it is P3, if it is P3.3, that means that it is the fourth pin of port 3. So that is the fourth pin of port 3 means it is P3 is port 3 and point 3 indicates the fourth pin of port 3. Access each bit. So each bit can be set or cleared by using the instruction, or we can complement these pins of each port. So this is how we have bitwise addressing the pin. So coming back to the instruction, that is CPL P0.0, that means we are clearing the or complementing the pin port 0.0, that is first pin of port 0 is complemented by this instruction. That is about the ALU. Then we have the register A. Next is register A. The register A is an 8-bit register. So register A, it's an 8-bit register. That means it can hold 8-bit of data. So our ALU is also an 8-bit ALU. That means 8-bit arithmetic logic operation can be performed by using this ALU. So register A, we already said the features of register A, that register A is used as the first operand of an ALU operation, most of the ALU operation, and also the result of the ALU operation will be stored in register A. And the register A also has a special function that it is the only register that is used for data transfer from an external memory. So to transfer data from an external memory, only the register A is used. So we can write an example as have an instruction that is move x a comma at the rate dptr. This is an instruction which is used to get data from an external RAM location pointed by the data pointer. DPTR is a register that is data pointer register that points to the data in an external memory. So here we make it clear that it points to the data in an external memory. So it doesn't hold the data, it points to the data. Points to the data means it shows where the data is located. That means the address of the data. So address of the data is placed in the DPTR register. The DPTR register holds the address of data. So the data is stored in external memory, and the address where the location where the data is stored is placed in the DPTR register. So DPTR register points the address. So and that address location, the data is transferred to the register A. So the register A is the only register which is used for external data transfer. Data transfer from an external memory. So next is register B. Register B is also an 8-bit register. So it can hold an 8-bit of data. So the ALU operation can be performed between register A and register B and other registers also. But the speciality of register B is dedicated for multiplication and division. So the instruction multiplication and division can be performed only by using register A and register B. So the multiplication operation and division operation is performed only between register A and B. That means in a multiplication operation, the operands will be stored in register A and register B, not in any other registers. Also for division operation, also the operands will be stored in register A and register B. So we can write an example of a multiplication instruction. That means a multiplication instruction, that is MULAB. That is, we don't give, you can see the instruction that we are not giving any comma between A and B. That is, the operation is performed only between A and B. So we can simply write as mult A B. That means the multiplication between the operands that is stored in register A and register B. So the multiplication operand by multiplication, that is A register is 8-bit, B register is also 8-bit. So the result of the multiplication operation will be 16-bit. So when we are doing a 2-bit n-bit multiplication, the result will be 2n bits. That is, when we are doing 8-bit multiplication, the result will be 2n, that is 2 into 8, that is 16-bit result. So this 16-bit result, the result is placed in the A register, but the A register is only 8-bit. So the result is placed in A register and B register together. So B register and A register is used to hold the result of multiplication operation. So next, for division operation, we are giving the instruction as div A comma B. So the division operation also will take place between register A and register B. So the operands will be held in A and B. So A divided by B will happen.